Put my power poles down real quick. Make a few casts in this little pocket here. See if we can get one to come. There he is too. He's in that pocket. Right in that pocket. Right where he should have been. That is perfect. Right where we like to place the swim jig. That was awesome. That's a power pole bass right there, man. That was cool. You know, if I'm not paying attention, I don't drop my poles right there, I'm gonna end up blowing into that pocket and I'm not gonna end up getting that fish to bite. But made a little bit of a change. Like I said, the sun's coming out. Water's fairly clear, and you know, that wind's kind of just slicking off a little bit, and that's just soft little pocket like that. I went with the more natural approach. I didn't throw the cricket in there. I ended up throwing the swim jig, 1/4 ounce swim jig, a little rage craw, and this is actually, it's pretty cool. I don't know if you guys can hear that on the mic, but this is the rattling rage craw, and I think, you know, I always liked the idea of a rattle on my swim jig, especially just the way that I end up kind of shaking it up high in the water column. And all this is doing the whole time, I know, is just kind of rattling around down there, and it's going to draw those fish from a little bit further away. And you know, on a grass flat like this, that's everything. Is drawing those fish from as far away as possible, getting them to come up and eat. That way we can find them. But I'm going to throw back in there and hope we can catch another one, because like I said before, a lot of times you can catch 1, 2, 3, 4 fish in one little area. You know, we just came down a couple 100-yard stretch, and you know, now that we got a bite, I'm going to slow down a little bit, kind of pick it apart a little better, and see if we can pick off a few more. After I get this backlash out. Just let this wind kind of push us in here. This is right where we just got bit. And I'm actually going to grab my flipping stick once we kind of get up in there and throw that little rage bug in there a little bit. Let's see if there's fish we can pick off, just not as active. You know, doesn't want to come out and chase the swim jig, doesn't want to come out and chase that vibrating jig. Maybe they just need something that just kind of lands on their head. So when we're flipping like this, the absolute #1 most important thing is to be a line watcher. We got our yellow braid that we talked about. We blacked out the 6 feet of line, and now we got to watch it. We got to pay attention. You got to make sure that when you flip in there, nothing weird happens, because especially on your bigger bites, you know, back home, if I'm flipping on the Delta, or if I'm flipping on Clear Lake, most of the big bites, you'll actually never feel them bite. But with that yellow braid, we can see them bite. We can see that line jump, or we can see that that fish grabbed it on the way down, or we can see that that fish is swimming towards us like we talked about earlier. Because of our line, we're gonna see a lot more bites before we ever feel them, but you have to be paying attention.